Hey everyone, it's Nick Sai here with another video. Lately I've been getting a lot of questions from my subscribers, most of them addressing what seems to be a common concern. Everyone seems to have the most trouble when it comes to selecting their niche and finding good products to white label and sell. So I decided to create this video and share a few tips with everyone interested in creating their e-commerce business. Another issue, so to speak, that arises quite often among people that are just entering the online business world is the fear that they don't have the necessary skills to pull it off. If you've been asking these same questions, I have some really good news for you. Today, I'm going to give you the answers and solve these problems for you so you can finally start working on your dream business with newfound confidence. This video is going to be packed with valuable information, so I suggest you take some notes along the way. Without any more ado, let's kick things off with the first question, which is selecting the right niche. Whether you still haven't figured out what niche you want to get into or have an idea but are unsure if it's good enough to start a business, you want to pay close attention. It's vital that you discern whether a market is profitable before you actually start building your business around it. The last thing you want is to start pouring money into something that was never going to work in the first place. I've spent a lot of time researching different niches, and I figured out which variables you need to take into consideration before making the final decision. Today, I want to share with you the 12-step checklist I made and I'm using to this day, which will help you select a profitable niche with absolute certainty. I felt the need to create this resource because I noticed that a lot of people are choosing their niches based on what they like and are naturally drawn to, while completely overlooking the fact that they have no money-making potential. It is a huge advantage if you can get into a niche that you're already familiar with, because you'll know a lot about the products and will have a much easier time pitching them to people. However, if there's no demand for those products, you're destined to fail. And that is why it's imperative that you go after something that is actually going to sell. So let me walk you through the checklist and show you how to reliably select amazing products that not only sell, but sell fast and for a massive profit. The first 5 items on the checklist are vital for the success of any e-commerce store, and it's absolutely necessary that you can tick off at least 4 out of 5. 1, 2, or even 3 might not be good enough, and you're risking the entire investment. In that case, it's best to rethink your choice and go for a more lucrative market. So here are the 12 things you need to pay attention to when selecting your niche. 1. Average order value, $50 to $150. First things first, you want to aim for a product that has an average order value between $50 and $150. The reasoning for this is quite logical. If the value of the product is less than $50, you'll have a really hard time finding good margins for marketing. On the other hand, if it's above $150, people might be a bit more hesitant to make the purchase and you'll lose out on all the impulse buyers. 2. Gross margin 25% plus. Gross margin is essentially the difference between the net sales and the expense of acquiring the products, expressed in percentages. Obviously, we all want to buy products for $10 and sell them for $20 or even more, but to start out, products with a gross margin of 25% and above will do the trick. Put simply, you want to go for products that you can acquire for $50 and sell for at least $62.5. 3. Return customers. Ideally, you want to select products that will keep your customers returning and buying from your store time and again. This is more about the follow-up marketing and less about the product itself. However, the products still need to be something you can offer good deals and discounts on, something the customers won't be able to resist. 4. Related products. Also, you want to select a niche which has products that are connected in one way or another and can be sold in multi-orders. For instance, you could be selling phones and offer phone cases, charging cables, and car phone holder as related products. Thankfully, there are plenty of products that can be related to other products, so taking advantage of this aspect shouldn't be too difficult. 5. Lends itself to bundling. Aside from related products, bundling is also a great way to increase revenue in e-commerce. As a strategy, bundling refers to selling multiple products together as a part of a single package. You can make some products only available as part of a bundle, create special packages with discounts, or mix up the best-selling products with the less popular ones in order to boost their sales. 6. Difficult to buy locally. This isn't a must, but if you can, try to choose a product that might not be too easy to find locally. In short, check to see whether your target audience has access to it wherever they live. The idea here is to find something unique that might be difficult to find for customers and offer it at your store. However, this can be a bit tricky since you need to make sure there's actually demand for it. 7. Seasonal business. Some products sell well throughout the year, while others have their peak seasons. When selecting the products, you need to keep this in mind and figure out if the product is seasonal, and if so, what its peak season is. When I say peak season, I'm talking about a specific time of year or certain holidays. For example, school supplies sell great right before September and toys during Christmas and holiday season. 8. Google Trends Rising. Whether or not a product is currently popular doesn't really paint the whole picture. You want to make sure it will continue to be popular among your target audience in the future as well, because you don't want to invest in a trend that's about to die out. So go to trends.google.com and type in your product or niche in there to see the current trend for it. If it's rising or it's idling, it's great. But if it's going down, that's a red light and you may want to rethink the idea. Obviously, if it's a seasonal product, then Google Trends isn't that relevant. 9. Product weighs under 10 pounds. As someone in the e-commerce business, I can tell you firsthand that it's always better to go for lighter products because they're far easier to ship and handle. Of course, that doesn't mean that weight over 10 pounds is a deal breaker. You can sell something a bit heavier, but make sure that it meets most of the other criteria. 10. Small in size. Pretty much the same thing applies to the product size. Smaller products are easier to handle and ship, but even if you decide to sell something bigger, pay attention to other criteria and keep them in mind. Watches are a great example of products that are both small and really light. 11. Competition. Before taking on a new business endeavor of any kind, online business included, it's important to scout out the competition. The easiest way to go about it is to scan Amazon and eBay and simply check out how many people are selling the same stuff you're after. You can also do a quick Google search and see how many people are running paid ads for those products. Having competitors around every corner will certainly make your life more difficult, but not having any competition isn't a good sign either. Competition signals that the market or product you're considering is already working for others. You want to make sure that whatever you opt for, there are people out there ready to purchase what you're offering. 12. Top 3 keywords have 50K searches per month. Finally, one of the most reliable ways to figure out if a niche or product is popular is by checking out its search volume. To do that, simply search for AdWords Keyword Planner on Google, type in a keyword related to your product or niche, and take a look at how many average monthly searches the top 3 keywords have. Make sure that you sort the keywords by the number of average monthly searches so you can see what the top keywords are. As you can see, choosing a niche is a process that requires some work. If you feel like you still need some help picking the perfect niche, you'll be glad to hear that the entire second module of my e-com income blueprint is dedicated to picking a niche and selecting the perfect products. It's a comprehensive course that teaches everything you need to know to create your own e-commerce store and start bringing in 5 figures a month. It's designed so that everyone can replicate the entire process and immediately implement my methods so literally anyone can pull it off. So there is no reason to stress over picking the perfect niche or torture yourself with doubt, thinking that you don't have what it takes to create and run a successful online business. That's the second biggest obstacle that most people can't seem to overcome. As soon as they hear about creating sales pages or driving traffic, they immediately start telling themselves, I'm not good enough. If this sounds familiar, I want you to listen to me very closely because what I'm about to tell you is the undeniable truth. You can do this. There are millions of people making money online, and trust me when I say that 99% of them aren't marketing wizards or have out-of-this-world traffic driving skills. Far from it. They simply follow a proven model and are capitalizing on strategies and best practices that work right now. None of this is rocket science, and I guarantee that as soon as you see how everything works in practice, you'll feel confident and eager to start building your e-commerce store. You need to keep one thing in mind. When first starting, nobody had any experience. They had to learn everything themselves. Even the billionaires whose success stories you can see all over the internet. I certainly didn't have any experience online and had no clue about building websites or driving traffic. And yet I managed to earn over $80,000 with my business in just 1 month. And you can do it too. In fact, I'm willing to show you how so you don't have to spend years and thousands of dollars learning all this on your own and testing everything until you find something that works. I created the e-com income blueprint course for this exact reason. I want to help forward-thinking, determined individuals grab this opportunity and build a better life for themselves by creating a highly profitable online business. I'll walk you through the entire process, from setting up your account to finding the perfect niche and hot products to driving high-converting traffic that will guarantee you sales. That's why this can work for you too, even if you have no previous knowledge or experience. You'll literally be following a proven process step by step and simply implementing the same stuff in your business. There's literally no way you could get this wrong, and I'm convinced that even a complete newbie can pull it off. That's what makes this such an amazing opportunity. You don't need to be a marketing wizard or have extensive knowledge and experience. All you need is a bit of determination and a willingness to invest in yourself, your dream business, and a brighter future. That's really all it takes. Most of the heavy lifting is already done for you, and all you need to do is follow the simple instructions I laid out in the course and implement these proven strategies into your business. Amazon is an ever-expanding online marketplace with millions of people buying stuff online every day. There's a huge demand for these products, and you simply need to fulfill it to cash in on the lucrative opportunities the world's largest online marketplace provides. On top of that, only a handful of people are leveraging this system that I'm willing to share with you, so the chances of market becoming overcrowded and oversaturated is next to zero. If you're serious about creating your own e-commerce store, my e-com income blueprint is the perfect place to start. We've covered all the basics that will help you start off on the right foot and enable you to pave the path to online success. So go ahead and click the button below the video to sign up and start working on your dream business today. The course is packed with value and will take you from not knowing anything about e-commerce to being a highly successful online entrepreneur with a business that predictably brings in 5 figures a month. So I really encourage you to go ahead and click that button and sign up for the training. Everything I share inside has the potential to completely transform your life and give you the time and money freedom you're after. Just imagine working no more than 2 to 3 hours a day on your dream business from the comfort of your home or an exotic beach. Imagine not having to worry about money ever again. Think about what would it feel like to have all the time in the world to travel the world, do whatever it is you're passionate about, spend time with your friends and family, and have the money to easily back it all up. The thing is, you don't have to imagine any longer. When you create and own a highly successful e-commerce store, this becomes your reality. And I'm going to help you do just that. I'll show you how to set up your e-commerce store from the ground up without needing a huge upfront investment, any special skills, or previous knowledge. I encourage you to go check out the training because I honestly believe this is an opportunity you cannot afford to miss. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video today. I hope it delivered some value and answered your pressing questions. Don't forget to check out the Ecom Income Blueprint program below, and thanks again.